Hello, I am Father Balmax Pereira, Assistant Professor of Botany at St. Joseph Vaz College, Kortali. And today we are dealing with floriculture in the subject of botany, and this program is for the Bachelor of Science second year students. In the third semester, we have this course code BOS 101 and course title is Floriculture. Unit name is Commercial Floriculture and module name Post-Harvest Technology, Harvesting, Conditioning and Storing. In the outline, we will see the introduction of commercial floriculture. We will see harvesting of ornamental plants, conditioning of ornamental plants and storing of ornamental plants. The learning outcomes of this course is to understand the concept of commercial floriculture and to have the knowledge of use of post-harvest technology in commercial floriculture. So commercial floriculture, we know, is to gain profit. At the same time, it is a business. So if it is a business, then the three important factors to have high quality of flowers are here before us. That is the pre-harvest factors, the harvest factors and the post-harvest factors. In this module, we will be focusing on harvest factors. Pre-harvest factors we have seen in the previous modules of floriculture. We will be also seeing in the next modules the post-harvest factors, the pre-harvest factors being genetic makeup and the growing condition of the particular species that we are dealing with. In the harvest factors, we try to focus on the when, the how and the where of the harvesting. And in the post-harvest factors, we will be seeing how these factors will give us the best quality of flowers. So, in relation to water, in relation to respiration, relative humidity, or the use of growth regulators, and the storage, packaging, and transport of these flowers that have been produced. So, in the first one, the harvesting of ornamental plants, the when of it. When the ornamental plants or the ornamental material that we are going to use, either the flower or the greens or any other material of the ornamental plants, when is to be harvested. So the first thing would be the optimum stage of development. It has to develop well. So the optimum stage will depend once again on what type of material that we are going to use. So it can be the budding stage or the flowering stage. When will also, in that we will consider the coolest part of the day. Which part of the day the harvesting is to be done? The coolest part of the day, where there is no surface water or there is no dew or there is no rain, because having the moisture can enhance the decaying or senescence of the flowers. So depends on the use of this material and depends on which is the market, whether it is the local market or distant market that we are catering to. So in this we have different type of flowers. So once again the when will depend on what type of material we are harvesting. In spike type of flowers like gladiolus and others, here we have the gladiolus spikes in front of us. Harvesting will depend on when the 1/4 or at least the half of the florets are open. So finally the florets will open, the entire spike will open, and that will give you the good value. So harvesting should be done when 1/4 or maximum half of the florets are open. In daisy type of flowers, that is the loose flowers, harvesting is done normally when the flowers are fully open. Once again, this will depend on what type of use are we looking at. So normally it is fully open flowers that we harvest in loose flowers or daisy type of flowers. So some examples that we can take, the gerbera flower that we have already seen earlier in commercial plants. So the crop is for 24 to 30 months. So in that the first flowers will appear in around 7 to 8 weeks. So if we want to harvest, we have to look out for the flowers, observe the flowers. Two outer rows of the disc florets are fully expanded or they are perpendicular to the stalk. The average yield will be around 240 flowers per square meter, and it is harvested when 2 to 3 whorls of stamens have entirely developed. So the pluckers will go and pluck the flowers early in the morning or late in the evening. As we have already said, during that time the temperature is low and the moisture is also low. So some techniques that Gladiolus flower also uses is the stage of harvesting. If it is for local market, then lowermost 1 or 2 florets are open. If it is for distant market, then lowermost 1 or 2 florets are colored. So also if we are looking out for the corms, then it is done after 40 to 50 days of flowering. When 25% of cormels will turn brown, foliage will start turning yellow. Also jasmine we can see, which is the loose flower, which can give the yield for 12 to 15 years. So for fresh flowers, the fully developed or unopened flower buds are picked early in the morning. For extraction of concrete or perfumery, only fully opened fresh flowers are to be picked, and that has to be done before 11 a.m. in the morning. So pluckers will collect the flowers in a gunny bag or a jute bag or any type of a bag, so that these flowers are handled with care. And we have to take care that the flowers that we pluck are not wrinkled or they are not damaged during harvesting or during the transit or during transportation. Because if they are damaged, then the entire product becomes unmarketable. So that is a loss for floriculture. So for that reason, we use sharp knives or secateurs. The cut that is put is for maximum exposure to moisture. So a slanting cut will help and it will ensure rapid water absorption. So we remember that in order to have the best flowers, the transpiration rate has to be less than the absorption rate. So in the post-harvest conditioning, these are the techniques that are used in ornamental plants. We use preservatives or pre-cooling. So in preservatives, they are used as tablets or as powder. So the chemicals that are involved are sugars, germicides, salts and growth regulators. Or as conditioners, we mix sugar and biocide, anti-ethylene compounds because ethylene leads to senescence, and hydrated compounds are used as conditioners. The best one that is known till today is DICA and DDMH plus sucrose combination that gives the best improvement in cut flowers. So the quality and longevity of cut flowers is maintained. And pre-cooling is used to maintain the temperature. So for that, removal of field heat by air cooling or hydro cooling is used. Or the methods that are used are wet method for short term of storage. So for that, what you do is just cut and dip in the solution that is prepared. And for dry method, which is the long term of storage, reduction of respiration rates is important, conservation of substrates is important, and delay in senescence, that is aging, is important. So it will be little difficult and it is more expensive actually. And in the post-harvest storing, which we will see in the next module also in a better way. So you cut the heel of the stem in an angular cut. And soon after harvesting, keep these flowers or the greens for 4 hours in water at low temperature, that is 7 to 8 degrees Celsius, and then it goes for packaging. So also the cut flowers can be stored dried at 2 degrees Celsius in moisture-proof retentive boxes for 2 days. And if it is stored wet at 4 to 5 degrees Celsius, the flowers can be kept for more days, that is 4 to 5 days. So frequent recutting of the stem ends is suggested for this method. So these are references for this course, this module. And using these post-harvest techniques, surely we can do a better job in commercial floriculture. Thank you.